Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am bringing you guys a brand new video on whether the PPSH is actually good in Season 4. Now a lot of you will be wondering, is it any good? Is the PPSH actually decent this season? Well, actually, yes it is. After it received its buff last season where we saw a few changes to the recoil, the way that the gun reacted in Warzone and how it was actually intended to be used by Raven Software, this gun actually has a very valid place in Season 4. And it's actually quite a quick TTK. I was surprised when I used it. I've been kind of putting this video off. A few people have said try out the PPSH. And I kind of thought, maybe it's not that great, you know. It's not one of my favourites. You don't see a ton of people using it. But actually, once I got it on and used it, as you guys will see from the clips on screen, it's actually pretty good. So I've had a decent time actually trying it out and getting a lot of kills with this weapon very, very quickly. And I've paired it with the Krig 6. The Krig 6 by now, you guys will know, is one of my absolute favourite weapons. It is unbelievably good, and I am going to share the class for that one with you guys as well, so you can see how I've paired this gun up. So you can see I'll go briefly over the Krig 6 attachments, and then I'll go a little bit more in depth with the PPSH, what attachments to use, which ones you can swap out for depending on your play style. Now if you do go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like on it down below, as it really helped me out. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you drop a subscribe. We are pushing to 2k subs and we're very close, so your support will be really appreciated on that. And other than that, let's jump straight into the video. So as you guys can see on the screen here, I've got the Krig 6 paired with the PPSH. Now the Krig 6 build I've gone over in a previous video. I will leave a card to it on screen now for you guys, so you can go ahead and watch that video after this one if you would like to. But this is quickly the class that you want to be using. It's the Agency Suppressor, Mil-Spec Barrel, Axle 3 times, Field Agent Grip, and the Stanag 60 round mag. Not going to spend too much time on that because like I said, I have made a video on it, but that is just what I've paired this with in the gameplay. And obviously, generally when I'm using a weapon, I'm going to have it paired with this or the Firer, so that's where I'm leaning towards at the moment. Now the PPSH build itself, here we go. So it's on screen for you guys now. We've got the Groove Suppressor on there, we've got the Task Force Barrel, the Tiger Team Spotlight, Raider Stock, and the 55 round drum mag. Now, Groove Suppressor is really good because it gives us a little bit extra bullet velocity than the regular sound suppressor, and gives us extra damage range. On top of that, you get vertical recoil control too. If you do want to go ahead and throw on the sound suppressor, you do get a little bit more sprint to fire speed, and you don't get any ADS reduction penalty, so it is quite nice in that respect, but it is a little bit less effective at range. And this is quite a fast firing, up close personal weapon, so I personally think having the extra bullet velocity and extra range on there really helps this gun out to kind of like equalize with things like the LC10 and the Bullfrog, which have got that 30 to 40 meter distance. This, with these attachments, can easily do 35 to 40 meters, which is nice because it puts it in competition with all the rest of the SMGs there. Task Force Barrel, then obviously we want that on damage range, bullet velocity, stray speed, but that does give us a little bit of recoil. That being said, the PPSH overall generally doesn't have that bad recoil, so we don't even need the Field Agent Grip to combat that. But if you do want to, then you can take off the Raider Stock off the build you see on screen now, put the Field Agent on instead, and that'll even it out for you guys. Rather than the Field Agent, I do actually mean the Spetnaz. You can put the Spetnaz on instead, as that'll even out the recoil for you guys, make it a little bit easier to control. But personally, I just prefer the Raider Stock on there. That gives us sprint to fire time and movement speed while ADSing and while aim walking. Really good. Paired with the Tiger Team Barrel then on the top, which is move speed and aim walking move speed, because the PPSH base values for strafing and move speed are very high, meaning that it competes with things like the Mac 10, and you are going to be able to camera brake very easily. You're going to be able to slide cancel around very easily, move positions very easily, all of which are excellent on Rebirth Island for those close-knit situations, and excellent on Verdansk for being able to travel around the map quickly, reposition yourself, and when people are up close and personal with you, because they tend to be running kind of more mid to long range builds on Verdansk with maybe a sniper, you're going to be able to really break camera angles very quickly and get a lot of easy kills, which is fantastic and exactly what you want to be taking advantage of. Finally, we pair this with the 55 round drum mag. Obviously, that is a ridiculous amount of ammo, really good. It only affects the reload quickness as well. You do not need the 71 drum mag if you want to go for that and go crazy. It does affect your ADS a lot, and it affects your movement speed a little bit as well, so you're really going to want to steer away from that, but it's up to you. 55 round drum mag is perfect. You can use this in quads and in trios and take out full teams very easily with this weapon. High damage, very quick TTK, low recoil with this setup as well. Once you learn to control it, you can absolutely laser people, and like I say, they're easily in one clip take out 3 or 4 players, meaning that trios and quads is easily viable with this setup. Fantastic weapon. Couple things to note about it: when you are going ahead and strafing around, you're going to need to make sure that you're aware of the recoil control pattern as you move. Slightly goes up to the right, so you want to make sure you're controlling that. and when you are jumping about. Obviously, when you jump, you do get a little bit of balance in the recoil, but drop shotting with this weapon works really, really well, so you can go ahead and do that one as well. So overall, the PPSH has got a very, very good TTK, very, very good range, and I have had a ton of fun using it. So if we go ahead and look at some of the specific stats for the PPSH, in terms of shots to kill and like actual shots to kill realistically, it's going to take 9 shots to the head, 11 to the chest, 11 to the stomach, and 12 to limbs. So generally, you're going to be taking between 10 and 13 shots to kill, but with the rate of fire that it actually has, this is not going to be a long time at all, leaving basically when you're hitting chest and stomach shots at around a 660 TTK, which is absolutely fantastic, and is up there with one of the quickest TTKs in the game right now for SMGs, up there with the Bullfrog, up there with the Cold War MP5, and up there with the Mac 10, which is really, really nice. When you're looking at things like the movement speed, it's got the second fastest movement speed in the game with the right attachments like I've just shown you guys, only second to obviously the Mac 10. It's got equal bullet velocity to the Mac 10, the Cold War MP5, and the Bullfrog, meaning that it does tie in very competitively with all of those weapons at a bullet velocity of around 350. It's got the third highest fire rate after the Mac 10 and the Fennec, which obviously are like the rapid fire weapons. This one is then sat at a 904 fire rate, which is really, really nice. It's going to do a close range damage of 28 per hit, which is meaning damage per mag is going to be at around 1540 or 1540, which is really, really nice as well. Obviously, that is without extended mag 2, and its max strafe speed is also second best only in comparison to the Mac 10, meaning that you are able to strafe a lot faster than pretty much every other weapon in the game, bar obviously the Mac 10 there. So this is why the PPSH is actually factually very, very good, and in terms of gameplay and how it feels, it's really, really nice. The recoil of the weapon is very easy and manageable, which is really nice because it means although it shoots quickly and the gun does kick a little bit, you can get used to this very quickly and be able to laser kills, which is perfect for what you want. Also, the gun feels very, very good whilst moving. It feels like you can jump around, slide around, and still be able to accurately hit shots, whereas some of them can have a clunky ADS where they swing the weapon up and then it feels a little bit off kilter. This one feels really, really good, so it's kind of a nice one to be able to swing into it, slide cancel out of someone's camera movement, and then instantly beam them. It's going to feel great to do that with. On top of that, it feels it's got a good movement speed, second best, like I say, only to the Mac 10 there, so you are going to be able to move around the map very easily. You'll feel like you're gliding around, and this is going to be great paired with something like the Krig 6 like I showed you guys at the start there, and makes this weapon extremely lethal for Rebirth and even more lethal for Verdansk to be able to move around, but works exceptionally well on Rebirth. That's what I've done most of my extensive testing with this weapon on, and obviously you'll see most of the clips on Rebirth there, but I've also tried it on Verdansk, works exceptionally well on both, so I'd say it's got a lot of versatility, and it's going to be a great, great pick for you guys if you are wanting to get more kills very quickly and use a very fast, close-range SMG that is going to tear through people. If you have enjoyed today's video, you found the class useful, you've learned something new, make sure you drop a like down below. If you are new to the channel and you want to find your way back, make sure you subscribe down below, turn notification bells on, and make sure that you don't miss an upload because we've got tons and tons of banger videos coming your way in the coming days, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching, take care, and peace.